Hey, this is the Buzz with Hollow. Once again, no need for a long intro because this is my guy, Paragon Don. Go ahead,
Hello.
introduce yourself,
I'm
man.
glad we can finally do this. I know we bullied you for this for quite some time, but you had things to do and things you wanted to do in season 1, so I get it. Can't hold it against you. But
So,
very glad to be here.
you know it's how it is. Paragon Don. This is my steady hype brother. This is the interview that's a long time coming. I've also gotten requests. Not only has Don been like, "Hey, when's that time?" Other people have been like, "Why ain't you got Paragon Don up there yet? Come on, like, come on." So here we go. It's the end of 2023 when we're recording this. This will probably drop early 2024, which is crazy to think of. So I don't really have nothing specific to talk to you about because usually I do, but we already know. So I'm gonna just chop it up with you about the year and see what's going on, man. So if you don't mind me asking, what was your favorite moment from this year personally?
Um, I think it was dropping It Is What It Is and like seeing the reception to It Is What It Is. It was a long time coming. It's my first actual album that I dropped since last year logo. I mean, I've dropped projects and stuff, but It Is What It Is, I think, was an amalgamation of like just the way I felt about a variety of things for a while. And not that any of it was bad or whatever. Like, it was just like, I feel like I really got to express myself on songs. Um, and it was very nice. People loved it, performing at Juneteenth and like seeing like the people rush from the back when I started performing. Like, that was a great feeling. Like, it was beautiful. So yeah, I think that was probably my favorite moment of the year.
Yeah, man. So It Is What It Is. That dropped in June. Um, what's your favorite track off of there personally?
If I
I'm
had
pull up a cheat
to
sheet for him.
say, honestly, I feel like
I'm sure he already knows this.
drills or it's either drills or Miles. David went really crazy on Miles, so it's damn. But I also really do like See What I See because Banks went insane. Shout out to Banks, shout out to David. Honestly, shout out to all the features: Chef Boy Rod, Flower, Miles, Cree.
Yeah, it sounds like you like the features a lot.
The
Let's talk about how
features
that was
absolutely did their jobs. Like, I could not ask any better from them.
Track 2, Kari. How that happened?
So with Kari, like, she's made music for quite some time. She is very good at it. She sent me snippets and stuff, and I basically was like, "You need to drop stuff," and for a while. Like, every time she would send me stuff, she'd be like, "Oh, this is not mixed, can't be done. Like, I don't want to drop this. It's not." It sounded ready to me as an outsider. So I like sent her a suit jacket, and she was like, "I'm just gonna put some stuff in the background on this, just because." I was like, "By all means, do what you gotta do." And she sent it back to me, and I was like, "Damn, this really like enhanced the song." I mean, I wouldn't have really considered it or really thought about it, but she did a wonderful job. Like,
Okay, so it wasn't your idea. You didn't send it to her like, "I need you to do these background vocals."
absolutely not. I just sent it to her, and she was like, "I'm gonna do this," and then
It would have been a solo song without you sending it to her just for her to check out the song.
it would have.
Interesting.
But it's just one of those things. Like, you never know what a song really could use until it's on there, and it's just crazy how stuff comes together. Because, like I said, I think that elevated the song so much. I mean, it stood by itself before, but having that added noise and harmonies in the background,
the harmonies
like
is crazy. I was like, "Oh, what's going on?" For
it
real,
really
like,
made that from just like your average track on an album to like
the way
something more.
She hit that high note or that extended note with the back of your hand, or like the back of your hand, and it, like it was. Yeah, I like that a lot. Like, adding a whole nother layer to the verse, to where you got it. You really want to run it back and hear exactly what Don talking about, because all that shit was hard.
So yeah, shout out to Cree.
Next feature, David Lewis. Shout out David Lewis. I've had him on here season 1. That's my guy. We've been new David Lewis. You put me on David Lewis. So how'd that come together for this album particularly?
I love David very much. David has one of like the best rap voices I've ever heard. Every song I have with him, I feel like is really good. He's just a phenomenal rapper, like phenomenal rap voice. I knew when I heard that beat, I was like, this beat needs a David Lewis. And
that one you knew.
Yeah, I knew
Did
for
you know
back
that as you were writing the song, or as you were as soon as you heard the beat, like without you even putting it on yet?
I wrote the first verse, and I was like, I can see David coming in on this. And then I sent it to him, and then we both just went to, I'm pretty sure I was at Volts when he recorded this, if my memory serves correctly. But yeah, he did his thing on it, as always. I had no doubt in my mind that he was going to do what he had to do. So, shout out David. Mr. Had to do it.
Mr. Had to do it. I was going to bring that around.
One of the best nicknames ever.
And so Had to Do It. I think that dropped in 2020. Don't correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it was 2020. Is on an old account. That's why we know that. So from 2020, making a song like Had to Do It with David Lewis, and 2022, 23 making this. What's the difference in approach? Is it different?
I mean, kind of. Only because, like, funny enough, Had to Do It was David's song originally. And I feel like most people could probably tell just because, like, David's verse is a lot longer than mine. Mm-hmm. But
you just came in the beginning and said that shit off, and then David it made more sense for you to drop it.
David didn't know what he wanted to do with it, if I'm understanding it correctly. And please, I hope he corrects me if I'm wrong. That's not exactly what happened. But I just remember I was like, hey, can I put this out? Like, he was like, yeah. So,
it was a blessing.
I got Chris Meadows to do the cover art for that. Shout out to him for that. And then Bosch shot the music video. And it is forever one of my, like, it's just a very fun song. Like, I love performing that with David. Had to do it. Slick Jordan Woods. Slick Jordan Woods is very fun. Slick Jordan Woods is one of the, I think, we actually...
Damn, I forgot about Slick Jordan Woods.
Slick Jordan Woods, we actually sat in his apartment together and was, like, writing stuff out.
Made that hoe.
And, like, made it. And that's how I kind of knew. I knew that one was going to be hard because just going back and forth with him on, like, the different ones, I was like, yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah, that Slick Jordan Woods was crazy.
The video was also went extremely crazy with that video. You being a evil person in that, like, it was...
That video.
That video was fun.
I remember the video being crazy. I literally forgot I was in it.
That video was fun.
Yeah, that shit cool as hell, man. So yeah, it's true. So y'all done had a few hits in the thing. What's anything in the vault between you and David Lewis?
There's not anything in the vault, but typically after I release albums, I don't like make anything for a while. So I know, like, once I get beats and whatnot again, I'll actually send him some stuff again, or he'll send me some stuff. It'll be a little minute. Once school is calming down for me, since I'll be in my last semester in January, so I know once that is, like, once I'm in that in between stage and during the breaks, I'll be more prone to actually making things again. And he'll be one of the first people I make things with, him and Banks.
True. Yeah. Let's go down the list. Track 8, Never Been.
Myers
on there.
Quayshawn. It's funny enough, that was another one of the songs. That was actually his song first. I think we made that song in, like, 2021, and he was just like, he didn't really like it like that. And he kind of didn't know where he wanted to put it.
Don always gonna find a home for the track.
If we make a song and I like it, I will figure out a place
gonna
to
find
put
a
it.
home for that track. Don't worry. You don't have.
I don't want people to think if you don't like your verse, I'm still gonna be like, I'm gonna put this out anyway. If you don't like what we do, then it is what it is. But like, I've typically asked for permission on things to be like, well, can I still use this?
Maybe I need to put you on Big Rack so it drops.
I'm not talking to you about that. You got the most in the vault out of anybody. It's really like you and FaZe, but FaZe actually releases things, so he doesn't count. But yeah, it's just that song had kind of been sitting for a while, and every now and then I would listen to it, and I'm like, damn, I really like this. And, I re-recorded it with Vols. He re-recorded it. Vols mixed up his vocals. And then, I put it on the project. As funny enough, that's like people will tell me that's one of their favorite songs on the project pretty often. He told me he didn't really like his verse like that, but I think it's very good.
I think it's a very good verse.
As a song, I think it's very good. Like I think that'll be one of the ones that get a spin for a while.
Okay, gotcha. You feel like that's one of the more commercially accessible tracks on the album?
I do.
Okay, I would agree for sure. Going into Flower and Bloom.
The first time I heard that beat, I was like, I need Flower on this. As a matter of fact, it was so. What You're Doing is one of the older songs that existed for a while. Never Been was a song that existed for a while. Mm-hmm. I feel like existed for a while. It had that beat had entirely different words on it. I remember when I showed you what was on there originally, and you was like, I don't like this. And then so I scrapped that entirely. I remember showing you what was on there the first time.
I don't remember that.
He was like, I don't really like this.
I don't remember that.
And I was like, all right.
I don't know what that's it.
I
remember that. I remember that.
For the Fam has kind of existed for a while. Everything else was made within the last year or so, I would say.
True. Let me ask an important question on behalf of the fans every damn where. What You're Doing, featuring Flower and Bloom. Why is it so fucking short? We want a longer version.
Honestly, I think the fact that it's short, it kind of encapsulates a lot of my music. I feel like the only songs on this project that are over 3 minutes are maybe I feel like and For the Fam, if I remember correctly, and those might not even be 3 minutes. I think On Red might be 3 minutes, but this Ride is on the song. But I don't know. I don't ever want to. I think based on the music that I listen to and grew up listening to, especially Earl. I would rather a song be too short than too long.
Okay.
All right. I definitely never want to feel like I don't want anyone to ever listen to a song of mine and be like, "This is dragging on."
Shit dragging, yeah. The dragging is
I would
very
much
scary.
rather someone be
don't
like,
want
"Dang, I gotta run this back because he snapped."
Because it's so short. Yeah, it's too short. That's how What You Doing was. So
I never want to feel like I never want somebody to listen to me and like, "Damn, this nigga is yapping." I don't want to get to that point. So I said my piece. Flower said her piece. The beat was, beat did what it had to do. Now I've had
that's
that
a good way to
before.
put it.
Ryan did a phenomenal job on that beat. So shout out to him for that. And so that's kind of why it's that length. What else is on there? See What I See. Oh no,
Rod, we gotta go to On Red with Rod. So that was a single actually from the project. That was the second single. The first one was Five Rings. Shout out Mace for the production on Five Rings. And On Red,
Mace
produced that. Yes. Mace produced On Red as well. So both of the singles. That's really cool.
This nigga doing it. Shout out Mace,
man. Hell yeah, gotta get him on here for I'm tripping. Definitely already had him on season 1.
Sure, you can interview him again. He went from being one of the best. Mace went from being one of the best producers in the area to being one of the best rappers in the area within the span of a year. I would love to get him
He
has a very crazy career trajectory, and he has just started. I respect it so much. I remember when he first sent me beats, and
he was 16. He was talking about that on the pod. He was so young, just sending beats to us, and we who is this nigga Mace? I didn't even know how young he was at that point. I would have put him older than us, and I'm like, oh yeah, this nigga be producing. I would have put him as a producing nigga.
We would ask him to come to shows or tell him about shows. He'd be like, are people under 18 allowed to go? Nigga, what do you mean? You're under 18? So
crazy concept.
Yeah, it was very shout out to him for that. And then now, like that nigga's a great
Mace
rapper.
Floyd.
I wish my brother Harold was here. Was a great project. He's one of the best performers out of this area. I would definitely say.
Yeah, man. That nigga picked up the trombone. Was you there?
He has a very natural charisma.
Yeah, you performed at that shit. You and FaZe performed at his the Den show where nigga picked up the trombone. I was like, no, he didn't mid-set. Now I got there late. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah,
he in the middle of instrumentation live on stage. Got his bros rapping.
Shout out Mace. He's great. But yeah,
so how don't
that was another song where I was like, it had another individual on it, and then I decided I was like, I'm gonna see what Rod would do with this, and Rod went crazy. Rod does not make music as much as he used to. So he moved and doing his own thing. I'm very proud of him for what he's doing in his life at the moment. But yeah, he definitely did.
What's Rod up to?
He's I'm pretty sure he's trying to become a dental assistant.
Oh,
Or I know he's doing something in dentistry.
he don't live in Winston no more.
No, he lives in Raleigh.
Okay, gotcha.
So
I didn't know that. Interesting.
He moved like it might be a year, if not 2 years ago, and like he's been with his girl. He's been happy. Like I'm proud of him.
Lovely.
So he definitely did me a solid with that verse, and he went
Lovely.
crazy. So
Yeah, always good to hear Rod verse. Yeah, Rod. Another person you put me on back in the day, just through like mutual friendships, and he played me that. I don't know if you remember that Sometimes joint on YouTube, bro.
He hates that song.
He hates
that
song. That song is A1. That song is so damn good.
Girl, I should call you Autumn. You ain't got a blossom. Pretty girls got the most problems.
Yes.
He's probably gonna hate it. When he starts listening, he's probably gonna hate this. But that song was so good. That song was great.
I'm definitely about to bump that shit after this podcast.
We can listen to that together. If that track is still on SoundCloud, we can listen to that together. That was great.
That's that song.
But yeah, so that's how it happened.
Okay. Right.
And then see what I see.
Last feature. Shout out Of All Banks.
Of All Banks. Yeah. That's really my dude. Like, that is a very fly, cool nigga. Like, it's just, he's so supportive. And like, you could tell he enjoys what he's doing. Like, Bosh and I went to his crib and he was showing us the videos he did when he was like in his early 20s. Like, funny enough, one of the videos that he showed us, like, Bowles was in the background, and I was like, damn, like, y'all really know each other. But like, seeing how he's progressed in that manner, and like, he's still doing what he enjoys on top of living his life and just being like a fly, cool nigga. Like, I respect him a lot.
I respect Banks so much, man. Shout out to him. Season 1 finale. I know I keep plugging on episodes. Y'all need to go listen to. Need to go listen to season 1. But yeah, shout out to Banks. I can't remember how I heard of Banks. It might have been you, but it was a long time ago, probably. How did I hear about Banks? Can't remember. Just around, probably just the Fly Illuminati jump, like back in the day. But I respect him a lot. Very cool guy, very humble, very hardworking. I said this to his face. I was like, I didn't expect you to be so like cool and humble, because I heard about your name in many different spots and areas. I didn't expect to even be able to interview, let alone you be like, supportive and chill and like down to earth as hell.
Every
like,
time I talk to him, he is always like cool. I cannot think of a negative thing about this nigga. Like, I love Banks. I love all my features, in all honesty. Like, everyone who was a part of this, I love them. But yeah. Shout out to everybody that was on it. Shout out to all the production. Shout out to all the features. Shout out to Voles for mixing and mastering the whole thing. He did a wonderful job with that. There was a lot of things that needed to be re-recorded and stuff, so he did his thing. His project is also out right now.
Hey man, Moon in the Morning.
Yeah, Moon in the Morning is good. So good.
Moon in the Morning by Voles, his first solo in 3 years. He's crazy. Congrats to him. Yeah, a lot of things dropping. Let's just give some quick shout outs while you at it to our friends upcoming, about to drop, or who just recently dropped by the time this is out.
I know for a fact
in December.
Phase is probably gonna drop again by the time it comes out. I don't know what it's gonna be called, but I know it'll be good. So shout out to my brother Phase. We love him very much. One of the hardest working people, not even just rappers, one of the hardest working people I know. He's always working on his craft, doing his thing. Larry is about to drop. I know it's going to be crazy.
Blue Therapy.
Bowles just dropped. Bosh doing his videography stuff. He just quit his job, so I think he's going to be doing videography full time for as long as he can, which hopefully is forever, or for the rest of his life, or at least until as long as he wants to. But I shout out to him for that. Fanny. Who else? Flower. She's about to drop.
Yeah, Flower drops Crisis Averted. That is out by the time this comes out, probably. Yeah, Crisis Averted, Flower and Bloom, the first Free Garden release of all time.
Korea is dropping by the time this comes out. I think she drops on the 12th, so it'll be out
A song?
by then. Yeah, I think she's dropping a song by the time this comes out.
Okay.
Yeah, you know.
Dang, that's crazy. A lot of stuff.
David, whenever he decides to release his album, I know it's gonna be crazy. I know he's been working on that for a while.
Our boy Ezra. Shout out Cozy Foy.
He did change his name. Yes.
Ezra, yeah. Cozy Foy, the producer. But Ezra, the artist, is dropping. Damn. It's escaping me right now.
Let's look it up.
Yeah, let's look it up for sure. Gotta shout him out because my man is dropping his follow-up to Hot Pink.
Dude, Hot Pink is one of the best albums I heard
Hot
in the
Pink
last
dropped
5 years.
crazy.
I remember being at the listening party at his apartment, and I was sitting there like, nah, this is incredible. It's a forthcoming EP by Ezra called Commercial 1224, so it should be out by the time this drops.
Yeah, we got a lot.
It's definitely been an adjustment not calling him Benji anymore, but so shout out to Ezra, shout out to Fabej, shout out to Cozy Foy. But yeah,
absolutely, yeah.
It's a lot of lovely people in our life, so if we forgot about you, my apologies, but yes.
Yeah. Now let's run it back in your career. Let's talk about Last Year Local a little bit, man. If you remember that album.
Yes, I do remember that album.
I know it was a long time ago. But just quick, what was some of the inspiration going into that? A lot of people learned you off of that album. A lot of people know Paragon Don from some of the records off of there. And then we'll, obviously go into your stream of EPs after that. But let's start with Last Year Local. Unless you want to start with anything before that leads into it.
I mean,
if that's important.
We don't really have to. So Last Year Local was that was my first big. Why is that up there? Just so y'all don't think we're crazy, it was a big thumbs up that just came up on the screen. And I don't think either one of us know why it's on there. And it caught me off guard.
What the fuck was that? Okay, yeah.
Last Year Local was my first big project after. I mean, I had really only dropped Cereals of Soup and.
That was it, right?
Loose Change, but that was only on SoundCloud. So it was really just a combination of songs that I had that I thought was really good. I mean, I really didn't have that much music out at the time, so I was performing very small amount of songs. And it was beautiful seeing the way people came together and supported me through that. I like to think of myself as a very supportive person to my friends, family, community, whatever you want to consider it, and seeing them return that in to me was it was a very nice feeling. It was nice to see people was telling me how much they enjoyed it and giving me critiques on stuff and put me on shows and all this other stuff, and it was the love was felt. The love is felt every time I do anything, but the love was definitely felt at that point. I think that was a turning point in my life for real. So yeah, Last Year Local was beautiful. Hakeem took the pictures for that album, or he shot the album cover and then also shot the What Would You Do or Who Are You video for that. So shout out to him for that. He's actually doing a wonderful job in New York right now. I'm very proud of him. But yeah, that's kind of how that went.
Dope. I didn't know he was in New York. Congrats, man.
I think he moved a year. No, it has not been a year. Dear God, it's been 6 months.
True. Yeah. What's some of your personal favorites off of Last Year Local? 2. And why?
Now, I do have to pull up the track list for this. I'm not lying to you.
This one, he does have to cheat it.
Bounce Back is always fun. Jupiter Jazz. The Flame. The Flame was a song that always opened up. Like, if anyone seen me perform from, like, when this dropped to basically any time before It Is What It Is, The Flame was my opening track to any time I performed. Still Interlude was very nice because it was very personal.
Yeah, still was definitely my favorite track off of there.
Feeling Great. She Been is always still a fun track to perform. Like, I don't perform that very often, but it's nice bringing it out for big shows because people still love that song. So, yeah, I think I would say those are my favorites.
Okay, bet. After you dropped that, you said I'm gonna start locking in with producers and dropping EPs. What made you do that?
So, I really just wanted to kind of get more practice with working with a variety of different sounds and stuff stylistically, because every producer has their own different way that they work and things that they do. And also, for a while, and like I still do, but I was really on the wave of like producers do not get enough credit. They basically are 60-70% of a reason why a song is good, because that's the first thing that you're hearing on a song is a beat. Like, a beat can be crazy and a rapper could really not be saying anything, and like they could coast through a song and you still gonna be like, this shit hard because that beat is crazy. It's very rare you get a beat that's bad but a rapper is going crazy and you still consider the song good. But like, you definitely get the opposite.
You really
a
gotta
good amount.
you gotta like the artist kind of already and be kind of wanting to hear what they say, and then you'll come around. And I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, like the beat is definitely easier to pull in general, like to pull.
The best song I can think of with a bad beat is If You Like It Then You Should Have Put a Ring on It by Beyonce.
God.
That beat is horrible. I don't know how she turned that beat into what she turned it into, because that beat is bad.
Yeah, man.
So, yeah, that you really just don't get that often. So,
Terrible beat.
It started with 2 Minutes or Less with Jalissa, and then I'm not going in order, but I worked with Christianity, and
that was For the Love of Christ.
For the Love of Christ.
Also did Need I Say More?
Need I Say More with More Magic. Shout out More Magic. Romderful. That was actually one of my favorite projects I've ever released. Yeah, I was working on one with Blue Flame. I never got to finish the last song that I needed. It kind of was also the reason why I ended up making It Is What It Is, because I was tired of waiting on the last part of that. So I was like, I'm going to finish this. So I'm going to end up dropping the project with Blue Flame at some point. I don't know when, but it'll definitely be dropped, because that nigga beats are incredible.
True. Yeah, the Grown EP was crazy. Shout out Romderful.
Shout out Romderful for that. But yeah, it was a chance for me to practice with different producer styles and kind of get used to how they work. But also it was a chance to kind of give them a certain spotlight that they may not have gotten any other way. So yeah, it was fun. I definitely would probably gonna have another era of doing that for a little bit, and then work on something else at some point.
Oh yeah. So other than music, what other things influence your creativity? Like TV shows, movies, video games. What other types of media do you enjoy to bring in your influence?
As far as influence, I mean, I really would just say like the people around me are extremely influential. I mean, I say this often, but without you, I probably would not. I would not be rapping at all. And like seeing the way that you conduct yourself and move, and like how you've been able to cultivate this thing into what it is now. Because Steady is really like a brand, and no matter who's in, no matter who's out, it's able to stand the test of time because you cultivated it into something that is able to stand the test of time. Like you really like, no matter how far this goes or doesn't go, like even in this juncture, if you are a Winston legend, like niggas are not gonna be able to talk about Winston without you. So
I appreciate that. Thank you, man.
Especially the like Winston music scene, like niggas are not gonna be able to talk about it without talking about Steady, without talking about you and like the stuff that we did. So that, I mean, watching my friends kind of succeed in their own ways and be able to put themselves on their platforms and, seeing their experiences and learning from their experiences and experiences that I go through and talking to them about it, like those are the type of things I really, I guess where I get my inspiration from musically for the most part. I guess it's not really media as much. Like I enjoy shows and anime and video games and all that. They're very nice for references in songs, but I guess I wouldn't say it crafts how I rap, if that makes sense.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, it's a good one. So what's something you like? What's something you enjoy?
Most people who've been following me for a little minute know I'm very heavy into women's basketball, especially WNBA basketball. Mm-hmm. So I've been trying to learn more into women's college basketball just so I can be more informed when I talk about that, because this is very great. I'll be the first person to tell you men's college basketball is ass. But women's college basketball is very good. So, like, learning about the game and talking about the game, I actually have a podcast that I do with my friends, Jamae and Jay, Pull Up 3. I think we'll probably have put out at least 2 or 3 more episodes by the time this comes out. I was trying to be grown and record stuff on OBS, and it did not work. It was very nasty. I was very sick. But we do have an episode out now, at least one, where we talk about our favorite moments of the WNBA season. It's just really fun to be a platform for that, because I think women's sports in general, but especially women's basketball, doesn't get a lot of credit for being like just fun to watch. They get a lot of a stigma because they are women. And that's kind of just like how society is as a whole. So being able to be one of the many platforms for that has been nice. Anime is really good. Of course, One Piece is my peak fiction. I'm watching Gravity Falls right now. Hopefully by the time this episode is out, I'll be done. But Gravity Falls is really, really good. I did not know it was as good.
Sure, I haven't checked that out. I've heard it's a legendary one. I just haven't.
I have had a great time watching Gravity Falls. I just got to season 2. I'm trying to think. I've been playing. So, we had the Fortnite thing. Like, Fortnite was really big to us at one point. Like,
very important.
If you were at the HoloPad from 2017, like when Fortnite got introduced to that house,
2018 to
niggas, if you went to Holo Crib,
2017,
you probably seen somebody playing Fortnite.
You see somebody playing Fortnite.
It went from somebody has to get a win to somebody has to get 5 wins to somebody has to get 10 wins.
It really was. I forgot we were supposed to stop playing after we got a win.
It didn't stop. Like,
it's like all I gotta do is win one of these 1 out of 100 people.
I fell off of it. He didn't, and then we all kind of fell off of it for a little bit. And then like we've had phases where we go back on it, but now this Lego Fortnite junk is so crazy. I have no clue if I'll still be playing that by the time this comes out. But like right now, it is so insane.
The Lego Fortnite,
dude,
it's really like that,
dude. It's crazy. Oh my god, bro. When I tell you, I thought it was gonna be Fortnite with Lego skins, and I thought I was still gonna be hard because I enjoy Lego games like Lego Batman, like the Lego Star Wars, like all that stuff is fun. But when I got in there and you build in the village, and then you have to forge for like wood and stuff, and then you have to.
This is a Seal game.
You have to make like a lumber mill and things to be able to like forge weapons so you can go fight other stuff to go get more weapons and go get more materials. You go in caves, like you fight monsters. Like I was like, bro, this is wild. I remember I was playing with a Raven and we started at like 10 and I looked up and it was like 12:30 and I was like, no way. Is it already 12:30? And I had to put it down, but I couldn't put it down. And then I told myself I was going to be done in like 10 minutes, and I think I played until like 1. And I was like, all right, it's not good. But yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah.
I'm planning on getting Baldur's Gate 3 soon because I heard that was great. I need you to just, I guess that's crazy. I really like turn-based combat games. So my friends and I are planning on getting that. I tried to play Persona 5.
What one game of the year over Spider-Man 2? What did?
I tried to play Persona 5 and finally, because my friend let me have that game to play.
Persona's really cool.
And
I played it once
I opened up the case and that game was not in there. So I have no clue where that is. So I'm going to have to find a way to play that because I heard nothing but great things about that.
It's funny.
Yeah. I was playing Civ 6 really heavily.
True.
Super Mario Wonder, I'm gonna get that eventually. Super Mario RPG, I'll get that eventually. But yeah, I think when I get that Baldur's Gate 3, I'm gonna be locked in. Turn-based combat games.
I can't believe y'all niggas like that win over Spider-Man.
Turn-based combat games are so fun.
Spider-Man 2 was supposed to win Game of the Year. We know this.
Baldur's Gate 3 is like
Baldur's Gate 3 is cute.
It's putting Dungeons and Dragons in the mainstream. Spider-Man 2 is just like a continue. It's just like it ain't really changed the landscape of games. I mean, it was a great game. Do not get me wrong, but it's not changing the landscape. Baldur's Gate 3 is changing the landscape.
Same shit that happened with God of War last year. I'm tired of y'all niggas hating on Sony.
Niggas don't hate Sony.
Niggas hating on Sony. God of War should have won. Y'all gonna give it to Elden Ring.
Didn't you play that?
Elden Ring was fun. Elden Ring was dope. I played them both, of course.
Dude, all I know is niggas who when it came to Elden Ring, you know how there's like a subsection of people that people be like, all y'all play is 2K and Madden and all this other stuff. I don't really mind when people do that, but there are people who are very judgmental of people who are like that. Okay. Those type of niggas had Elden Ring. Like,
did they?
Yes. Like, it was niggas I ain't never seen play any other type of game besides a sports game that had Elden Ring.
Why? Why did they get that?
Bro, that shit moved mountains. Elden Ring moved mountains, bro. I can't even lie to you. It moved mountains for real.
It was cool.
I don't know. I think it was more than that.
I like Elden Ring. Elden Ring's fun. Elden Ring is like... I think Elden Ring I'd like more than Baldur's Gate 3, to be real. Like Baldur's Gate 3, I've been trying to, because that's all they've been talking about. I know all the community's been talking about. Prior to it winning Game of the Year, it was already in all these conversations. It don't look... I be looking at this gameplay, I be like, damn, maybe. So when you get it, let me start.
I'll let you know. I think it's because I've been interested in Dungeons and Dragons recently, and because it's like a video game, Dungeons and Dragons, I was like, that sounds really fun. Like the fact that you could just like finesse your way into like doing any type of thing. I think I've seen this gameplay where you were like, this dude was supposed to beat all these like goblins or whatever and work their way up this castle, but instead of doing that, he stacked up a bunch of boxes and let it fall so he could just jump from the falling boxes to the top of the castle. And I was like, brother, that is insane. Like, it wasn't like no glitch. Like, it was something like the game kind of accounted for you being able to do some shit. It was crazy. I was like, nah, it's kind of hard. Interesting. So, yeah. When I get it out,
that's cool. I seen it because I've been seeing all the back and forth on Twitter.
I haven't been seeing that recently. I did not think it would be a conversation that lasted more than 24 hours, but Twitter always surprises me
you said you have
with discourse. That? So it has been that conversation has lasted over 2 at least since the Game Awards happened. It has not stopped.
Yeah, that was a few days. They said I told somebody they was good. They might be a good thief, and the game brought it back 70 hours later. I'd be so mad. I'd be
Bro, that's hard.
Bro, ain't no way. I forgot I did that.
That's so hard.
I be like, damn, I forgot all about this shit.
70 hours, bro.
Oh, damn.
That's a long time. And for a video game, like most video games, you're not playing for more than like 20, 40.
Right.
So, nigga, you
They
told
know
her
that when you hit
70
that 70
hours
hours,
later.
You're not going to expect to hear from this nigga from day one.
It's like One Piece.
It's like One Piece.
It's like One Piece. One Piece, they'll talk to a random nigga and that nigga be important. Damn, 700 episodes later. Same thing. That's why we stay in One Piece.
Damn. Hell yeah. Shoot. Are you getting Modern Warfare 3 featuring the maps of Modern Warfare 2?
I don't know, bro. To be honest, I really don't. I want to get it so I can play with my friends, but like I know I will not play it any other time, and that's gonna bother me paying like $60, $70 for that, and I only play it when other people are online. Like, of course, like there are multiplayer games that you know
you don't sit down by yourself late at night and play some 3-5 matches of COD.
That just don't sound like something I'm gonna do, especially since it's just like I always liked Black Ops more than Modern Warfare anyway. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I don't know. And people haven't really said the most. Like, anytime I ask someone about this COD, they're always like, it's all right. And it's like, I don't want to.
It has the maps of the old.
$70 on a game that's all right. It's kind of crazy.
It got the maps.
It's kind of crazy.
They got the maps, y'all. You got your favorite maps from 09.
Bro, it's not fun.
Nostalgia, man.
Getting spawn camped on Rust is not fun.
It was fun. It was very fun getting spawn camped on Rust. It was very fun playing Terminal and getting sniped from a nigga glitching to an outside spot where they're not supposed to be.
I don't know, bro. I can't just right now. I can't justify $70. So if I get up,
same.
I'm like,
I don't have the game either. I'm just saying. I did not have that game. Shoot, you seen any movies lately that you fucking with?
I just seen Glass Onion for the first time.
Oh, I love Glass Onion.
Glass Onion was great.
Oh man, I was waiting for Glass Onion like forever.
I was waiting on Glass Onion to come out for a really long time, and then I think like Bowles and them watched it, and I didn't get a chance to watch it with them, and so I did not watch it for a long time. So I watched it, and it was great. I watched. It's a movie with Andy Samberg. I think it's like called Palm Springs or something like that. And that was very good. It was basically about this nigga waking up like in this time loop, and like he wakes up and like he lives the same day every day, whatever, at this wedding. And then this girl ends up getting involved, and now she's also living the same day with him. Mm-hmm. And like she's trying to find a way out, and like he's like kind of like content being in this thing, like he's already accepted it, but it's also a nigga that like kills him every day, or at least tries to. It's very wild. I'm trying to think. It's this movie where this dude was like stuck in a phone booth and he couldn't leave because this dude was gonna kill him if he went out the phone booth. I don't remember what that was called. It was a fun movie. And then there was this movie called Fresh, not the old black film. That movie's great. The Fresh, where the young kid was selling drugs, was phenomenal. But it's another Fresh where this girl, she meets this dude, and he meets her at the grocery store. He doesn't have any social media or whatever, and like they fall in love, and like it just turns into a thing. I don't want to spoil it in case you decide to watch it, but I watched it with Bosh.
It's called Fresh?
Yeah. Bosh said he enjoyed it, and you know that's the biggest movie buff I know. So if he said he enjoyed it, I think I might got a little stamp.
True. I'm trying to think if I've seen any movies recently. Home Alone.
I've never seen any of those.
True. Kat was surprised that I'd never seen it either. I'd never seen one until like 3 days ago. It's a funny ass movie.
Like, I mean, I like watch parts of it, but for me, if I ain't seen the movie in full, I don't like telling people I seen it because I don't know what happened in it, or I don't really know what's going on. So I ain't never really.
I ain't never sat down and watched Home Alone front to back till the other night.
I seen someone put on Twitter like which Home Alone was the best, Home Alone 1, 2, or 3, and I didn't even know it was a 3, and it was a different nigga other than Macaulay Culkin, and like niggas was mad because it was like the movie was ass. So I guess I don't have to worry about
and then I said unpopular opinion, or not unpopular opinion, like y'all don't want to admit this because y'all love Macaulay Culkin, but the third one was the best. And I was like, okay.
Okay.
All right.
I can't imagine.
I don't know about that. We'll see.
It's very rare trilogies be like whole trilogies be good. So I don't know.
Especially a third one being the best.
Especially the third one.
When is the third one the best?
And it's a different actor than the first two.
Give me something exactly. That's probably never happened. We're not gonna try to think that. But let's even try and think one where the third one is the best. I can't. Shrek 2 is the best out of the Shreks for me. Tell me which Shrek is the best. But Shrek was more than a trilogy, actually, because they fucked around and made that fourth one they didn't need to.
That shit don't count.
Okay. All right.
What would you say about the Batman movies with
The Dark Knight?
The Dark Knight? Yeah.
The second one. Rises was dope. Begins is slept on, but it is the worst of the three. But, actually, no. Rises is the worst of the three.
The one with Bane?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Because Batman Begins is underrated. It's The Dark Knight, then Begins, then Rises.
Let me look up best.
Rises was cool. But The Hangover, the first one was probably the best one to me.
Let me look up the best movie. What about Toy Story?
Oh.
Because Toy Story 3 was kind of crazy.
Oh, yeah. They had a fourth one.
I'm not counting
They
that.
fucked around and made a fourth one that they didn't really need to. But Toy Story 3 was the best out of 1, 2, and 3. Yes. I'll give them that.
What about
Cars?
Spider-Man?
Oh, the new Spider-Man.
No, not even the new one. The one with any of the Spider-Mans.
No, so Sam Raimi Spider-Man, definitely number 2 the best.
Okay.
But the new one, definitely No Way Home. So yeah, the third one's the best.
What about?
But that's because of Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. We know why.
What about John Wick?
And
Have you seen it?
Dafoe.
Oh wait, no, you haven't seen any of those.
I watched John Wick now, but I ain't seen 3 or 4, so I can't do that yet. But yeah, I follow John Wick heavy. Have you seen John Wick?
Pirates of the Caribbean. No.
True. Yeah, you need to watch John Wick.
I'm gonna watch that eventually.
Sure.
I've heard nothing but
Pirates of the Caribbean.
yeah. Didn't I have 3 movies?
I ain't never seen any of them. Keep it back.
Fair enough.
I never sat down and watched those. They're kind of long. Lord of the Rings.
I've never seen any of those. I just can't bring myself to watch.
I just said that the other shit was long, but I definitely have seen those because those are long as hell. But the best out of the Lord of the Rings is not Return of the King. It's probably Fellowship of the first one.
I remember we were in science class in middle school, and my teacher had put on Star Wars, and I was like, I cannot imagine watching a full
Star Wars trilogy.
Lego Star Wars was one of the best pieces of media ever. Like as far as video games, that game is incredible. I will play a Star Wars game any time of day. I will not watch a Star Wars movie. That shit is entirely too much.
Did you ever play The Force Unleashed?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
where you were
game.
Evil.
Yeah,
bro, that shit was fun.
Yeah, The Force Unleashed was nice.
Force Unleashed was crazy.
Yeah, that was a really good game. 2 was alright, but 1 that was my baby. I was playing the fuck out of that shit on PS3.
Didn't you know like a skill tree or something?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, all that.
Any game with a skill tree, I'm a fan.
Have you played any of the new Star Wars joints? The Jedi Fallen Order and and then they just dropped a new one this year, the second one.
I only got a PS5 very recently, and I didn't want to get it.
That was on the old ones.
Oh,
the old one was on the old ones.
I have not played any of those.
That oh no, it got dark on us. That one is kind of like The Force Unleashed. That's why you see, you Google it, you see Force Unleashed, and then so Star Wars Jedi Survivor is the new one, and the old one was Jedi something. But
I don't like the way this format is. Oh, hunters. Squadrons?
Nah, I don't like this at all.
I don't. Yeah, this format nasty.
The format's terrible. Oh, not standalone. Okay, there it goes. Jedi Fallen Order. Yeah, I'm sure you remember that album art, or not album art, box art. But it's a pretty cool game. It's kind of Force Unleashed-ish, but it's not I think you're still a good dude.
Now I
So
will
it's
say
not the
this:
same.
Star Wars, like I felt like Star Wars was good, but it was just long, so I wouldn't watch it. But this, when they rebooted it and they put in the new ones, I was very excited for it, especially when I thought that black dude was gonna be a Jedi, and then when he ended up not being one, I was pissed.
Yeah.
They did John Bodega so
silly.
dirty.
Yeah, they wasted the time.
Like,
They wasted a lot of time.
Disgusting.
They did.
If they would have made a black stormtrooper turned Jedi, would have been so cold. And they really fumbled the bag. It was nasty. I couldn't. I don't think I've consumed a real piece of Star Wars media since then. Because it's like, what are y'all doing?
Wait, so you saw that?
Bro, I seen the first one.
Huh.
The one where
thought
both of them could have been Jedis.
I thought that was the second one.
I only seen the first one. What was the second one called?
So the first one of the new, you talking about new trilogy?
Yeah.
Oh my
She was
goodness.
fighting that nigga in like the snow or something.
It was like the Force Awakens or something. Yeah, so the Force Awakens was the first one, but you talking about? I think you talking about the Last Jedi, or the one that came after this. Yeah, the Last Jedi. I think you thinking about that, but maybe you are thinking about.
I ain't see that one.
You ain't see this?
Yeah.
You saw this one?
Yes.
I thought we saw this in theaters.
Shit, maybe we did, and I decided not to remember it.
Bro, yeah. Who did I see this in theaters with where we sat way too close and broke our neck?
Nope, that was not me. I don't sit in the front of movie theater, so I know that was not me.
Nah. I think it was you though.
Bro, I know I didn't. I would remember.
Nah,
sitting in front
I guess it wasn't the front. It was too close for my liking.
What's the runtime of this movie? I know if I was craning my neck for that long, I remember. 152 minutes? That's 2.5 hours. I did not look up like this for 2.5 hours.
I think we saw this in theaters, dog.
I don't know, bro.
What did we see in theaters?
The closest that I had been to like the front and watched the film recently is when I seen Nope. And like even then I was still a good distance away.
What did we see?
We seen Batman. The last movie I remember seeing together was Batman.
Oh, the Batman with Robert Pattinson.
Yes.
Robert Pattinson Batman.
Because it was like 8 of us in there, and 2 people fell asleep, and then they were trying to get their opinions of the movie after, and I was like, y'all fell asleep. Y'all do not know what happened in that film.
Y'all niggas fell asleep. Y'all don't even know what happened. How y'all gonna give whole opinions? So did we see the Rise of Skywalker?
I didn't see a movie after that. I didn't see a Star Wars movie.
I know we seen a Star Wars movie.
No, you don't. You don't know that because I did
Who
not.
did we see that? Nah, it was me and you, bro, and somebody else like Bosch or something.
That don't even sound right.
It don't.
No,
it sound right to me. It sound like me, you, Bosch went to daggone.
It's not that couldn't be a trio. It's why? When would that have been a trio where like someone else would, like Bowles wouldn't have been involved or like Fanny wouldn't have been involved or something? Like I don't know.
Sure. And this movie came out back in 2017.
Because you would have still had the hollow pad at that time.
It was the beginning of 2018. So who knows? We'll never know. Mystery. What was them other ones? They not that good.
You ain't go with Colton or something?
I don't know. It might have been. Anyway, Disney's going down the drain because of Disney Plus.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't say like the woke media or something, or like them trying the nasty agenda that white people trying to spread.
No, we're not on that.
Yeah,
no.
Disney Plus is bad. I'm not excited for Hulu to be on Disney Plus. Like when my Hulu shit go,
What is that?
Hulu's become about to like Disney is taking over Hulu.
No. No.
Bro, Hulu on Disney Plus is going to upset
Disney
me.
has started showing Hulu content on Disney Plus, making the beta version of Hulu on Disney Plus. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be so nasty.
It's nasty, bro. I'm not looking forward to that at all.
I hope they stay independent for as long as possible. Ooh, for as long as possible. Dang, that sucks. Lordy, 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 lordy. Well, Paragon Don, is there anything else that you would want to talk about, address, tell the people? Tell them, where can they find your podcast? I forgot. I don't know if we said that.
I mean, it's only on YouTube right now. I probably could get like
sure.
the audio for it and try to actually put it on the podcast app. But why is that there again?
What does that mean?
Nah, that's crazy. Eventually, I'm gonna just get the audio separated so I could actually put it on a podcasting app. I don't know if that was something I have to like pay for or I just have to go through whatever. Okay,
You know, I got you. This goes everywhere. We got you.
But yeah,
The same way.
You know, it is what it is on all platforms. I'm pretty sure there's still merch and shirts for on Suffer Miracles website. Shout out to Suffer Miracles. He's a very, very cool dude. I also engage with him in One Piece a lot, but his merch, even outside of it is what it is incredible. I definitely have a shirt by him. I'm pretty sure he got some shorts. Like, that's a great man.
Shout out Suffer. We got the Steady Hype line is still active on his website right now, and it is what it is up there too. Think and that same one, right now, still.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on. You know, anyone that knows me, I'm sure knows Hollow in some capacity. This is my best friend for a very long time. You know, now I don't see no reason why I won't be like that. He know he get on my nerves. I'm sure I get on his nerves, but you know, we in this bitch.
It's my brother for life. My best friend, my brother. Y'all know that. It's Paragon Don. Long time coming, this interview. This was just us talking. We about to talk more and bump that Rod song. Don't think I forgot Rod.
And I'm always thinking about you. And I'm thinking about you. Strange times.
Yeah. This has been The Buzz with Hollow with Paragon Don. They can find you on all platforms. Paragon Don.
Yes.
And on social media.
Paragon Don 605 on every social media platform that matters. Instagram, Twitter. I refuse to call it X.
Yeah.
Tumblr.
Find them everywhere.
You know,
Paragon Don,
there.
where it matters. Go bump that music. Go bump the album. And yeah, thank you for coming.
I love you.
Love you,
We
man.
don't shake hands.